What's going on, guys? It's Neverending Not here, and for today's vlog I'm going to explain why I left religion. Now, starting off, growing up was hard for me. I barely had any friends and I felt alone. And when I was 9 years old, um, I decided to go to church because, like, my whole family's religious apart from, like, my mom and my sister and me now. Anyway, yeah, and I went to church and I kept on going for quite a few weeks. Went down to youth and all that every Friday night, and I felt like I was accepted there, so I kept on going, and I thought that it wasn't because I was feeling accepted, it was because God was there, which now sounds really stupid, but I did. And I met some amazing people. I've had the greatest of memories with them, but yeah. And I kept on going, and then when I was about 10, um, we went on this, like, trip, the Gathering, I think it's called, yeah. And I enjoyed that, and I kept on going to church, and eventually, after all this time, I kept on going, and I I gave my life to Jesus, and looking back, it's pretty stupid, um, and pretty fucked up. But now I realise that I was only doing it just to be accepted. You know, I, I just wanted friends at the time, and now I realise that, and it's a shut door on my life. So, um, I did this for numerous of years, numerous number of years, yeah. And eventually, when I was about 12, maybe, they actually moved from sort of close to town, right to the edge by the sea, if you want to call it that. And I started to go less and less, and I just couldn't be bothered. And eventually, I stopped going, and I got into drugs, and drinking and smoking, and I would have rather stayed at home with some friends and go out than trek all the way across the town to go to church on a Friday night. And yeah, it's fucking lazy of me, but shit happens like that. And I stopped going. And eventually, um, everyone was there like, "Oh, we've not seen you down for quite some time," and I was like, "Yeah, I know." And they sort of made me feel bad for what I've done. They made me feel quite guilty, and I was there like, "No, fuck you. I don't believe in your religion. I don't want to believe in this shit. It's a pack of lies. Fuck off." And eventually, they sort of listened and left me alone. And yeah, and this was like before I was even like 13. So yeah, people still ask me today, "Aren't you religious though?" And I'm like, "No, no, I was never real religious. I was just doing it to be accepted. It worked, but it obviously took over, and yeah, and now I am an atheist now. Religion sucks, and yeah, and that's the reason why I left religion, really. But as I said, I did meet some amazing people, and I have a shit load of memories that would go with until the day I die. But it wasn't the life for me, being all naive, really, and yeah. So anyway, guys, if you like this video, make sure to give it a like, favorite the video, that would mean a lot. Comment down below for any future ideas, vlogs. My Twitter, as always, will be in the description. Adios.